Should I buy a home now or wait for rates to drop? This might be the most loaded question in real estate right now. Should you buy a home now or should we wait for the interest rates to drop down? And the honest answer is, it depends. But probably not for the reasons most people think. Because before we even talk about interest rates, we have to talk about you. Are you a first-time buyer living with mom and dad right now? Are you renting and trying to decide if buying makes sense? Are you upsizing because kids have entered the picture? Or downsizing because they've moved out? Those situations are very different and they deserve very different answers. Here's one of the biggest misconceptions I see. Most people assume that as soon as interest rates go down, everything becomes more affordable. And that makes sense on the surface, but the key part of that statement is this. Everyone thinks that, and because everyone thinks that, every time we see rates drop, more buyers enter the market. More buyers means more competition. And here in Maryland, we're still dealing with inventory levels that are lower than what we'd like to see in many areas. That means there are still more buyers than homes in a lot of price points and locations. Now that's not true everywhere. There are absolutely pockets with more inventory and less competition. Real estate is always local. I mean down to the neighborhood and street local. But in many markets, when rates drop, buyers don't magically get a better deal. What they get is more competition. And that competition can push prices up, reduce negotiation power, and bring back multiple offer situations. There's another piece of this conversation that doesn't get talked about enough. Inventory. One of the big tipping points we're watching is not just rates coming down, but rates coming down enough to motivate current homeowners to sell and make a move. A lot of homeowners today are sitting on interest rates in the 2, 3, or 4% range. Those low rates act like golden handcuffs. People want to move, but they don't want to give up their mortgage. Can you blame them? Some stats show that up to 40% of homes don't even have a mortgage at all. In those cases, rates don't even matter. Those sellers may just not want a mortgage payment. But for everyone else, it comes down to one question. The question is, where do rates need to hit before they're willing to make their next move? When enough of those homeowners decide it's worth it to move, that's when inventory really starts to open up. Until then, lower rates alone don't automatically mean an easier market. Now, how about kids living with mom and dad, maybe home from college or the military, and just trying to get their feet under them? This can be a great plan. Save, pay down student debt, loan debt, save, and oh yeah, save some more. Build your plan and work the plan. Let's not forget about our renters, because this is where the decision becomes very personal. Do I think it's a great idea to rent for 2 or 3 years, hoping rates drop, only to still be paying rent to a landlord down the road? For many people, no. Do I also believe that some people are renters and should be renters long term? Absolutely yes. Homeownership is a heavy responsibility. Renting has a place. It provides flexibility, it makes sense in certain stages of life, and it's not a failure or mistake. Now, I'm a firm believer that building wealth through real estate, when done responsibly, is one of the safest and most effective long-term strategies available. Which is why this decision really becomes a math problem, not a headline problem. Are your finances in order? Is your budget realistic? Do you have the reserves you need? Are you planning to stay long enough for buying to make sense? If the numbers work, buying now can make sense even in a higher rate environment. You can refinance a rate later. You can't go backwards and buy a home at yesterday's price. And if the numbers don't work, waiting is not a failure. It's a smart decision. So the real question isn't should you buy now or wait for rates to drop? The real question is, does buying make sense for your situation, your timeline, and your financial plan? That's the conversation that actually matters. And that's the one worth having before making a move. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Please take a second, like and subscribe to our channel. And if you're interested in more tips and tricks, check out this next video.